Yay, thank you. Thank you so much. Huge shout out to the legends at Legendary Beauties for putting up and setting up this amazing get together. Um, well, I wanted to talk to you a little bit today about some of what we do, but I really wanted to bring in this idea and how we're working with our artists about how to market your art like a pro. This is based on the book Artvertising, which was written by founder of SurferGirl, my partner, Marcia Lorente Howell. And let me tell you a little bit about who we are first. We are New York's first gallery for emerging women artists. And we also double as a branding, marketing, consulting, and communications agency. That's our background. Both Marcia and I grew up, let's say, as planners in big global agencies working for international brands. And we like to think that we've taken everything we've learned and everything we've known and now put it to a good cause. We work with sustainable brands, but more than anything, what we do with our consulting business is fund this gallery where we support emerging women artists. And also what we do is in our advertising work, instead of using traditional creatives, we are trying to look for works for ways to give these women artists more opportunities to make money, basically. So we work with women artists, and we have a very emotional first approach to advertising. These are some of our women artists. Today we represent 12 incredible women artists that work in different media. Also, one of them is a poet, so it's not only just visual arts, sculptors, and we're really proud to have like such a diverse group of women from around the world in our gallery today. What is our objective? And we talk about women artists, so we still have to talk about women artists because unfortunately we're faced with this awful statistic that even today, only 14% of wall space in museums is occupied by women artists. And they're only holding about 2% of top auctions. SurferGirl exists to increase this number. We want to see more women artists in museums in our lifetimes, and this is why we do what we do. Thank you. So let's talk a little bit about branding, especially about branding for artists. This is a little bit of a hard concept sometimes to think, although many of you that have been, especially in the Web3 space, know that you do need to market your art, right? And so how to start thinking about this and to think about yourself as a brand. A lot of visual artists say, hey, well, my art is my brand. But the reality is, especially in this attention, lacking economy, people still need a few visual pointers and a few words to remember you and your art by, right? So, people will tell you that that you don't really want to brand yourself because you sell art of a particular style, and that's going to sort of like pigeonhole you. Or, a lot of times you hear that it really doesn't matter who you are, that the only thing that matters is your art. And try to avoid color and try to fill in and give your backstory with a lot of grand words. And also this idea that you need to be sort of flexible with your branding because collectors are fickle and you need to sort of follow them where they are. None of these things are really true. As an artist, you're original, you're different from anyone else out there. There's no one that's going to be like you, and you need to be able to show it. And people do really care who the artist behind the work is. Most of you that are working with NFTs, where the communication between collectors and artists is much more fluid, know that this is really true. The third thing we talk about is that every artist has sort of a primary color palette, and maybe you haven't really thought about this, but it might be time when you're thinking about your branding. You only need a few precious words to really nail down what you're about. We talk about using your words like bullets, only when necessary, right? And everything that you're doing with your work, you really are creating a visual world with the whole body of work. So don't diminish it. Think about this as a huge experience that you're creating for people to share with. The good news about branding is that there are rules, and because we've worked with a lot of huge brands around the world, what we take is to take these rules and say, okay, how can we apply this to our personal branding, especially to our branding as artists? Like Picasso said, if you learn the rules like a pro, you only begin to think about how to present yourself to the world. So what we do is we hold workshops with artists, and we talk to them about 5 basic rules. The time today isn't long enough to actually do this whole workshop, but I wanted to give you a little bit of a taste and a little bit of a sneak preview into what we do. We don't talk about advertising, we talk about advertising. And we talk about this as a means to elevate your brand. And think about your brand as this wave of experience that is hitting someone else outside of yourself. If you really want them to ride that wave, you want them to be up there on top, right? Feeling the feeling. And that's where we start. We start thinking about who you are as a brand and what the feeling of that is. And then we start talking about, well, the metaphors, what visual metaphor can really capture that experience that you're trying to create for other people, what you're not as well as what you are. Those colors, those few, maybe 2, 3, 4 colors that really can convey that feeling that you're trying to generate and why, right? And then at the very, very end, then we can talk about a few words, right? Maybe we do need to punctuate and make a little bit of an effort there with a few keywords. We can't go into all of this today, but I did want to give you like a little sneak preview of the sort of questions that we start to ask our artists in these workshops and that they can work on in order to really begin to think about what their brand will be, right? And this is a little bit of an introspective process to really look into yourself and try to be very synthetic about what that feeling is that your brand is all about. So we want to make you think about, why you make the art you get and what you get out of it, the recurrent elements or themes that are in your art, your origin story, why did you become an artist? Is that part of the imaginary you want to convey? And what you're doing in this world, how is your art actually having an impact and making a difference? How this feeling that you're creating is unique to your art. And in doing so, really what we're finding with the artists that we're working with is that this helps them connect to something that they've intuitively done throughout their careers because, visual artists are thinking in these terms many, many times, but they're not doing it very consciously, right? This is all happening in the background. So this is sort of a little bit of what we take you through in our workshop. And then we go on to really think about other things as well, right? So you sell a feeling, not just art. We're going to define that feeling. You want to own the life metaphor that is your art. There's always a metaphor to the experience that you're trying to generate. And if you can really capture that, that's going to be very powerful in being able to convey to people that don't know you very quickly what you're about. We want to lean into your colors, pick those 2, 3 key colors that, as you all know, colors have everything to do with emotion. So what are the colors that are really going to be able to convey the feeling that you're about? And the few words that you'll use like bullets only if necessary, so that you can really build this world of experience, telling people what you are and really what you're not. So all of this is a process. It takes practice. It's a lot like surfing. You don't get on the board immediately and just jump in and have, all this figured out. But the really good news is that most of your visual artists are your naturals at this. This is something that takes a little bit of work and a little bit of process, but that you'll get really quickly for sure. And this will allow you to really own your story, own your visuals, and own your brand in a way that will make it much easier for you to communicate to others, not only through your work, but through your as well. It is a way to find, and you can communicate through that. So this was what we wanted to share with you today. If you have any questions, you can email us or you can reach us through Twitter. And I would love for you guys to go pick up Marta's book, Advertising. It's free on Amazon as a digital copy, or you can buy it as physical on Amazon and Barnes and Nobles. This has been a great tool for our artists to begin to think about how to market themselves, and I hope it is for you guys as well. And thank you. That's it.
Powerful, powerful, everything that is what we need to learn. Ladies and gentlemen, please pop and tune in. Oh, I needed that lesson. Taking notes, taking notes. Thank you for that. Thank you for how you're bringing us all together and teaching us how to just be better us. That's what we need. So thank you so much for that. And with that, I want to say the next person is going to be Designs 8. That would be me. And Dan, if you could give me hosting so I could just share my PowerPoint, that would be wonderful. So hello, everyone. How are y'all doing today? I am Designs 8. A pleasure to be here with you all and a pleasure to be amongst these amazing, legendary women. I am a healing, mixed medium, multi-dimensional, intentional artist. So I create things and I do everything from the physical to the digital and beyond. I am here to share with you today a little bit of what I do, and I will be sharing my PowerPoint screen with you all momentarily. Thank you. So Designs 8 was born in 26. I contracted Lyme disease, and that was very difficult for me being in the corporate world that I was in, especially being located in the DMV on right outside of DC. So I wasn't able to do what I used to do. I had to remove myself from the corporate, and for that I created my own Designs 8 so that I could bring my freelancing, what I had learned, what I had been doing my whole life and things to a broader, more than just working for corporate and things of that nature world. So I moved forward into finding my way and finding fellow artists and creatives inside of the digital space, especially when COVID happened. I turned to doing a specific technique called paint pouring, which allowed me to create and sit with my own paints, add essential oils, mix together micas so I could get the feelings and the essence of what I was trying to create within just the paint palettes that I was doing. Then I would use that and I would pour them throughout a canvas, making them fluid, and add silicone to them, hit it with a little flame, and woo, the cell work that creates from there. That would be the physical side of what I do. From there, I would take the physical canvases and photograph different sections of it, and using different tools, because I am an Adobe Suite lover and they got me hooked from a very young age. So using Photoshop and Creative Capture, After Effects, and various things, I blend in my paint pour patterns into a digital fashion and drip them everywhere. As you can see, the avatar that I currently have on is Designs 8, my logo, in fluid motion, because these are things we do. It's not what type of thing I'm creating, it's what and where I'm creating and what I want you to experience from it. So I'm a vibrant, very colorful soul, as you can see. And I have been creating a variety of avatars, a variety of worlds to match the different things that I create. So I will share with you because my PowerPoint is coming up. Oh, I'm working now, but I wanted to share with you also the avatars that I do, the creations that I make, again, all dripped with my paint pour fashion. And this is actually one that is an ode to my F Cancer generative collaboration that I was fortunate enough to be a part of with some of the most amazing women here in the three. So I did want to show this off, and I will be sharing it now. So thank you again so much for dealing with all the technical glitches that are happening, and it is amazing. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I don't see it popping up, but again, I did want to share that I am creating in the XR, AR, fabulous ways. I love a good collaboration. So anytime that I am able to do any of those things, that is what I am here to do. So I will share with you all my website, which has a bit of what I do, because of course my PowerPoint is not pulling up currently. So hopefully you all can see my painting. It's sharing now. So hopefully you all can see it.
I'm not sure. You might need to refresh, LM. I'm not sure if you hear me. Yeah, this is my wrongdoing. I should have made her host for some reason. I forgot. Oh, I think it's working.
So for my healing jewelries, oh, I think my mic cut back in. I hope you all can hear me. I apologize if my mic cut out. But again, these are just a bit of all the things I do from my healing jewelry, my resin pours. Everything is dripped in Ellen Designs 8 energies, good vibes, and these are the things that we do. So thank you so much for getting to know Ellen Designs 8. And if you have any questions, please do reach out to me. I can be reached here at Ellen Designs 8 or wherever you are. I meet you in your metaverses. I will meet you where you are in the physical, in IRL, all of the things. So thank you again so much for getting to know me. I apologize for the glitchiness and everything, but I am here to develop worlds for you, be a space host, and just bring you the good vibes. So again, find me where you are. Find me if you want to collaborate. All of the things, I am here for it all. You beautiful souls. Thank you, thank you, thank you.